Alright, let's pick it up here. I'm gonna talk to this reporter guy. Yeah. This is actually, I think this game gets a little odd in series. Like, for instance, this looks perfectly normal to some extent, though Johnny has a stellar chart full of spells, which is kind of odd, but still, you start out pretty basic in this. And let's see here, because I don't have a lot of health, magic, or SP, so I need to be careful. And the thing I'm implying is that this is your first dungeon. It is actually not the most dangerous dungeon, because as you walk around, yeah, they added a new map to this. It's kind of nice, but they got rid of the mini map. But anyways, walking around doesn't really start a fight, specifically in this dungeon, and in a couple others. I think specifically another one. But yeah, obviously that doesn't sound very pleasant. I'm gonna show you some of the mechanics. The battle mechanics haven't really changed much since the Shadow Heart series, especially Covenant. But they added a couple new elements.
I can do it. I can do it. I'll take you out.
Let's take out this. He's weaker. Now, if you get a perfect on this ring, you can actually instantly kill all of them. Now here's his Johnny's special art, heavy tools and snap.
Okay, look over here. Smile and say cheese.
What I think is wonderful about this ability is that it's actually much better. It does a bit more than Anastasia's snapshot.
I'm pretty strong, huh?
You saw that glowing thing? That means I restored stock, which is what you do for other abilities. I'll show you as the game progresses. But I'm gonna show you when you snap an enemy, you actually turn them. You can view their stats, but they become cards in your inventory. So that means that even if Johnny is not in the battlefield, you can still see the stats of every enemy. And at this point I have every card in this game. So that makes things a lot easier, and that means I'm also going to say you can also see the elements, the health and magic of enemies, plus a few extra. You are playing Dare in a theater full of thugs.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's use magic. They start you out with this spell. It's Hail Dust. It is a basic level water spell.
Don't ever mess with me again.
And I don't really use it very often unless the enemies are actually really close together. Even when I had Leo, I also had Hail Dust, so that makes things a little easier. So the thing is, I'm gonna start out with I started out with this chart also because I want to challenge myself by using the weaker spells first. Okay. I think I probably introduced a new mechanic to this.
I can do it. I can do it. I'll take you out.
Alright. This is how you use stock. It's can't attack with Hail Dust there. You can actually perform 2 abilities at once, but it also makes the enemy's turns much sooner. I don't want Hail Dust. Bright Rage. Basic level light spell. This is probably going to be one of the few times you're ever going to see me use double attack. Why?
I was holding back a little.
Because this would actually make battling much easier. So I can actually plow through without having an enemy turn just by performing doubles all the time. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to not use double attacks, unless that's necessary. Like, I know there's some circumstances where I would probably need them. You can also use stock for combos, but I can't do that now because I don't have any other members of my party. Also, with the whole stock thing, they introduced a new element, and that is remember the hard hit attacks you see me use quite a bit in Covenant? I can't pull those off on the fly, especially with Johnny right now. He can only do a standard attack at the moment, but hard hits actually consume half your stock while decreasing half your enemy's stock. So that is kind of handy if you don't want your enemy to actually perform a double attack. You restore stock, you and your enemies restore stock pretty much the same way. Red Nova's the hard hit, and because of that, it costs more magic. Because of this new hard hit meaning, it means that there are actually far fewer hard hit spells. Like, there's actually much more, like, there's only 2 for fire, 1 for dark.
Up another one for me.
Whereas there's quite a few, in Covenant. Like, there are a lot of earth spells, practically all the fire spells. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's anything here. I'm keeping my eyes open for a little belt. That's an accessory you can actually find in here. And speak of the, never mind. It's just there we restore magic. I'm doing all the fights here because all these fights are forced. Though this area isn't naturally dangerous, as I said. Just walking around doesn't really start a fight, you have to bump into some enemies. I'll show you Red Nova. It's not really that good, I don't use it very often. Especially now because the Fat Thug is fire element. There's one thing that kind of bugs me, and that is Johnny isn't really given a generous amount of SP to fight on his own. Because he has about 5. And as you can see, if I miss this turn and next, that also means that I'm going to go Berserk. Which basically functions the same as all the other Shadow Heart series. Now, I hope never to miss. And I was lucky.
Looks like I'm the winner.
Great. The thugs are really easy. With just one attack, you have under your belt Inhale Dust, you'll do fine. With the leather belt, how many attacks do a little bit more damage. Also, this place is kind of creepy because you kind of hear some music. It's not the main music, just faint music in the background. I'll wrap up here.